Jaguar. What an illustrious name, steeped in history, pride, and a certain suave British arrogance that we used to do so well. This is the brand that gave us the E-Type, a car so beautiful that Enzo Ferrari himself, the patron saint of Italian motoring, called it the most beautiful car ever made. And he wasn't wrong. Jaguars weren't just cars. They were statements. Statements that said, "I have arrived, and I did so with panache." Fast forward to today, and we get this. A 30-second corporate speak-filled wet lettuce of a video titled, "Copy Nothing." Well, Jaguar, congratulations. You've achieved exactly that. You've copied nothing, learned nothing, and most tragically, preserved nothing. Let's break this disaster down, shall we? First off, this video. I imagine some marketing executive in a turtleneck came up with this concept while sipping an oat milk latte, declaring it minimalist and cutting edge. What we're treated to is 30 seconds of vague visual fluff. It's all slow pans, soft lighting, and the kind of sterile aesthetic that screams luxury lifestyle brand rather than car manufacturer. Honestly, you could slap this over an ad for high thread count bedsheets and it would be just as appropriate. Where's the engine growl? Where's the mechanical poetry? For heaven's sake, where's the soul? I'm the old Jaguar. Cars that weren't just fast but achingly beautiful. The kind of cars that looked good standing still and even better roaring past you at 150 miles per hour. Think about the D-Type, which dominated Le Mans in the 50s, or the XJ6, the quintessential gentleman's saloon. Jaguars had personality. They were cheeky, elegant, a little dangerous, like Sean Connery's James Bond in car form. You didn't just drive a Jaguar, you arrived in one. And the driving experience? Pure theater. Every gear change, every turn of the wheel, it was like conducting an orchestra. But what do we have now? A range of cars so sanitized, so blandly inoffensive, they might as well come with a complimentary beige cardigan. Jaguar has gone from being a roaring jungle cat to, I don't know, one of those posh house cats that's afraid of the rain. The new models. Let's address the elephant, or should I say the electric SUV in the room. Yes, I know the future is all about electrification, and no, I'm not one of those grumpy petrolheads who thinks EVs are the devil incarnate. But Jaguar's foray into electric cars, spearheaded by the I-Pace, feels less like a bold leap into the future and more like a reluctant shuffle onto the bandwagon. Sure, it's won awards, but so did Cats, the musical, and we all know how that turned out. These new Jaguars lack any sense of identity. Take a look at one and tell me it couldn't just as easily be a Kia or a Hyundai. There's no defining Jaguarness, no unique character. The design language has been reduced to generic, sleek thing. The interiors, once a sumptuous blend of leather and wood that smelled like old money, now look like they were lifted straight from a Scandinavian furniture catalog. It's like they're trying to out-German the Germans and failing spectacularly. Thus, the marketing. And then there's the slogan, "Copy nothing." It's bold, I'll give them that. Bold in the same way wearing socks with sandals is bold. The problem is that it's also painfully ironic because this new direction for Jaguar feels like it's trying to copy everything that's trendy right now. Minimalism, electrification, vague eco-virtue signaling. It's all so achingly predictable. The old Jaguar would never have followed trends. It set them. It was the brand that showed the world you could make a luxury car that didn't just compete with Rolls-Royce or Mercedes, but utterly outclassed them in style and charm. Copy nothing. How about remember everything? Remember the legacy you're supposed to be upholding, Jaguar. Remember the cars that made grown men weep and Italian designers jealous. Remember what it means to be British and unapologetic about it. This isn't a brand that should be pandering to focus groups and chasing quarterly profits. It's a brand that should be roaring, not whimpering. The heritage problem. What's most heartbreaking about this whole rebranding exercise is how thoroughly it ignores Jaguar's history. A company with a pedigree like this should be wearing its heritage on its sleeve. Look at Porsche. They've managed to modernize the 911 without ever losing sight of what made it iconic in the first place. Jaguar, on the other hand, seems embarrassed by its past. It's as if they're trying to erase all memory of Coventry, of Le Mans, of the glory days when Jaguars weren't just cars, they were dreams on wheels. What Jaguar should be doing is doubling down on what made it great. Bring back the sense of occasion. Build cars that don't just compete with Teslas and Porsches, but blow them out of the water in style, performance, and desirability. Stop trying to be everything to everyone and start being Jaguar again. Final thoughts. This Copy Nothing campaign is emblematic of everything that's gone wrong with Jaguar. It's slick, soulless, and completely detached from the brand's roots. If this is the future of Jaguar, then I want no part of it. Give me an old E-Type or a Mark II any day. Something with real character, real passion, and most importantly, real Jaguarness. In conclusion, Jaguar, I'm begging you, stop trying to be a lifestyle brand and start being a car brand again. Otherwise, all you'll be remembered for is this: 30 seconds of corporate drivel masquerading as innovation. And that, my friends, would be the biggest tragedy of all.